Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you again for watching. Today's video is going to be about the Brisa Loca Hostel in Santa Marta. So there's a couple ways you can get to Santa Marta to get to this hostel. You can take buses or you can fly there. We chose to fly there to save time because taking a bus would take hours, if not days, depending on where you're coming from. So once you get to the airport, it's a beautiful view coming in. You get to see the water as you land, and the airport is oceanside. Also, keep in mind, it is way, way hotter here than Medellin. As soon as we stepped off the plane, we felt it. It's very hot. Holy fuck. Yo, we're wearing the wrong kind of clothing for this. I got a t-shirt on, but pants and shoes. Do not come in wearing pants, sneakers, etc. If you have sandals, if you have shorts, t-shirt, you're better off wearing that than sweating buckets in layers. And while there are taxis, they also do have Ubers in Santa Marta. So that's what we opted for because I just feel safer traveling with Ubers, especially when I'm abroad. Everything's on the phone. You know how much you're paying right off the bat. You don't get scammed into paying higher prices. So yeah, highly recommend just taking an Uber. And if you get along with your Uber driver, I highly recommend taking their personal number down if they're willing to do so. And you can reach out to them directly for rides and just pay them instead of going through the Uber app. Because if you want to go longer distances and you want to start early in the morning during non-peak hours, it is a small town. So if people are sleeping, not a lot of Uber drivers might be on the app to offer rides. So one of the advantages of having someone's number down who's able to drive you is that, and obviously someone that you trust, right? You're not just going to get any driver's number down. If your Uber driver, they seem trustworthy, then you can arrange with them to take you to and from some of these places, and you're almost guaranteed a ride. It's a beautiful drive into town. You're going to see a lot of water, a lot of buildings. One thing you're going to notice about going into Santa Marta, even the drive in, is that it's a different vibe, especially if you're coming from places like Medellin or Cartagena. The streets are a lot smaller, and just the atmosphere overall is completely different. When we first arrived in the heart of Santa Marta, we were thinking, wow, this place is like super small, like a really, really small town. We're looking at each other like, hey, what's there to even do here? And some areas did seem a little sketchy, but we quickly got over that once we started exploring the town. So the Brisa Loca Hostel itself is located on a very small street, very narrow street, and it's right down the road from a Masaya hostel. And we found out later that the Brisa Loca is actually owned by the Masaya franchise, which you're going to notice when you're in there too, because it heavily promotes the Masaya hostel franchise. So when we walked in, we still weren't sure what there was to do in terms of nightlife and social outings. Because driving in, again, it did not seem like it had the same hustle and bustle as Medellin, which is where we're coming from prior. We get up to the reception desk, ready to check in. Unfortunately, we have to wait about an hour or so because they don't have early check-in. We arrived just a little early. We asked the receptionist, hey, like, what's there to do here? And he's like, you're looking at it. And we're like, wait, what? He's like, yeah, last night there's about 500 people on our rooftop. We're like, wow. So we waited an hour chilling in the lounge area by the pool, and this hostel, it was dead quiet. Like, there was nothing going on at the hour that we arrived in. And we were second guessing what he said. Like, was there really 500 people on the rooftop last night? Like, this place right now is like a ghost town. But to our surprise, it did pick up later on, and this is one of the coolest hostels that I've ever stayed at. And in case you're wondering, are you going to get a good night's sleep here? Yes, you can, right? Depending on where your room is. So if you have the private accommodations, you're in a separate area called the Flamingo area, and it's called that because I guess the aesthetic of the place itself. It's blocked off to members of the outside coming in. It's solely for residents of the hostel, and it does have some audio, acoustic cushioning, whatever you want to call it, going on. So a lot of the party upstairs on the rooftop, the noise doesn't filter down as much when you're in your room, and it's kind of drowned out by the fan and the AC going too. So I had a really good night's sleep. So in terms of location, this hostel is very conveniently located. It's only a couple minutes walk to the waterfront, which is where you got your playas, your beaches, a lot of vendors, small shops, convenience stores like in your immediate area. It's down the road from the Masaya hostel, like about a 2-minute walk. And you're also not far from the pier itself, like this beautiful little boardwalk. You can get some great food on there, see some nice sights. And it's also right down the road from one of the main squares in Santa Marta too. So there's a lot of events and stuff going on, at least at the time we went. So we went during December, and I believe we were there from December 7th or 9th or something like that. And there's a lot of holiday festivities going on for the Christmas season. So you light a candle and you make a wish. So the hostel itself does have a bar restaurant thing on site, but we decided to go out in the town, and the food is just as reasonably priced there. We got a full steak dinner for about $20 Canadian.
Muchas gracias. Dude, this for like under, yeah, like 20 bucks. 20 bucks.
And if you do want to check out the restaurant we went to, it's called 13 Reese's. It's right on the boardwalk, so you get a nice view and you get a good meal. Prior to enjoying the nightlife at our hostel, we were there on a Saturday night. We did wander over to the Masaya just to see what was going on there. And it's nice having that nearby in case you're looking for, I guess, a different vibe or looking to meet new people, be social. They also have a pool on their rooftop at the Masaya. So that's one option that you can explore. And I'm not sure if they always offer this or if it was solely for the Christmas season while we were there for. They were dressed up like elves and they were doing fire shows, which is cool to see. So you get a dinner and a show. So when we walked back from the Masaya to the Brisa Loca Hostel, we're surprised to see how busy it got in those, like, let's say 2 hours that we were gone for. There was a lineup out the door of the hostel for people to get in. So the rooftop events that the Brisa Loca hosts is open to everybody, the public, people at other hostels, like just anybody. And one of the perks about staying at Brisa Loca and being a guest there is that you can bypass the entire line, so you don't have to wait. It's almost like you're on like a guest list or something. So you can go right in and enjoy everything that the Brisa Loca has to offer during the evening time. Huge difference between Brisa Loca during the day, where it's super quiet, and Brisa Loca at nighttime. A couple of things you should note about the Brisa Loca hostel itself: there's no hot water. So if you're looking for nice steamy shower, you're not going to get it because the weather and atmosphere and the climate of Santa Marta itself is so hot that I guess that's one of the reasons they don't offer like hot water. But the water itself is about room temperature, if not just a little colder, so it is refreshing given that it's hot as heck outside. And again, if you are concerned with how much noise is going to be on the rooftop and if you're going to be able to sleep in your room comfortably, if you do have a private room, I would say it's a lot better to drown out some of the noise because it's a more closed off area versus one of the shared accommodations. Because when you get the shared accommodations, it's this huge open space. I'm sure you've noticed in my video where all the vines are hanging through that the noise really filters down from. All right, La Brisa Loca. Thanks, dude. So lock gate, you gotta get buzzed in. Oh, nice little pool. Fridge. Some toiletries for sale. Events and stuff. Hey. What would be new? So some different excursions and stuff. You got a fun dive, that's like 230,000 pesos. You got Tayrona Park, that's a self-guided one. And then, yeah, you got some scuba diving, some certifications, and then these are all the events that go on throughout the week. So you got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And here, what's going on tonight, there's going to be a class, so classes for bachata and salsa. So, yeah, 8:30, 9:30. Looks like these are the shared accommodations, like massive bunk beds. These are huge. A lot of headroom. And some lockers. And then common area with the pool. Look at a giant jacuzzi tub. And all the flowers and stuff are kind of over there. Got a staircase here. Not sure where it goes. Don't want to find out yet. Just don't know where the private rooms are. It's pretty empty. Like, I know that check-in's at 3, but there's like nobody here. This hostel was one of the best recommended ones though, so we'll see how it plays out throughout the day. And some communal bathroom space. So we got your toilets. We got our showers all in one room here. There's a light that I can turn on. Yeah, there you go. So showers, toilet, all in one room. Toilet paper, can. Got a couple sinks, big mirror, and the same with the other ones. And security cam watching the entrance of all these. So I guess, I don't know, don't get nude. This is gorgeous. Just some pool rules in case you're not aware. So this is really cool. This is something that they have on their wall here. Recommendations on different places to go to while you're here in Colombia. We're definitely going to San Andres. I had no idea what Booby Rock is or Cayo Acogrio or whatever, but definitely interested in that now. In Medellin, stay at the Masaya. Yeah, we were just there. Go to Guatape, Salento. I would love to go there actually. In Cartagena. Okay, so a lot of Masaya recommendations. I guess this is a Masaya franchise or Masaya thing. And some other places that are on the list. Yeah. So from the gates and the main reception area, I'm gonna do a quick little walking tour of this entire hostel. Because when I was looking online, I wish someone did more of these before I booked it, so I'd get all my info in one place to see if I want to book it or not. And this hostel is actually massive. Like, it's pretty cool. So, you got a whole bar area on the second floor. Right. Some TVs, place to lounge. And down here you got a view of the pool. Okay, you can do a quick sweep and walk through. So this is the second floor area here. And this also has bunk beds. It's got a whole TV room here. Didn't see that the first time, right? So it's got that. More communal showers, washrooms. Moving along this way. Okay, that spiral stairwell still continues, so I guess that goes all the way to the roof. And just another little peek down. Right. And then also, a little peek up. Like, greenery, a lot of greenery. Super nice. Yeah, definitely bigger and a lot more than I expected. Walking down here. So this part's actually really cool. There's a whole co-working space where the private bedrooms and stuff are. And a little games area. So move along here. Here, a pool table. Beautifully decorated walls. And that leads from the bar area. And then down here, you got a view. You got a clothing store right there, so if you need anything, like some flip-flops and stuff. I hope they have flip-flops. I haven't actually gone there yet. For, I don't know, the pool or lounging. Maybe even some sneakers for Tayrona. Inside of the bar. Yeah, this is really cool. We got a little monkey hanging. Ball and chain. You can hear some of the street traffic from outside. Apparently the party here goes until 3 a.m. So if you're looking to get some sleep for a quiet hostel, this is not it. But if you're looking for a great time, then choose this hostel. Yeah. Got the games on. All right, giant airplane propeller, and this is fun. So there's some rules for how you use this wheel. The guy downstairs was telling me about this. So this event, like they have a game night and this is involved in it. It's a roulette game and it starts I think at 9:30 p.m. tonight. And from the bar it leads into this area. You got a dartboard. You got this ladder that goes to some art. You have a little library here too. If you want to read some books, practice up on your Espanol. Looks like they have some different languages as well. I see one in, I think that's Mandarin. So yeah, look. So you have some English right down here, and you have otros idiomas, which is like other languages. See Japanese. Another balcony right here. And then this is the co-working space. So it's free to use, it's included. That's what the lady said. So this is a Flamingo co-working area. Again, a lot of security cameras. So there's like one there. There's one in that corner over there too. Right. Some comfy looking couches. Very ventilated, very open. Love the way they decorated this thing. Right. Big table here. Some private little pod areas. Some lockers over there on the far end. And then, yes, these stairs here lead to another part of the hostel. Not gonna wander down there yet. And then this is where some of the private rooms are. So my room is number 2. Right. All right, so my room is number 2. Quick room tour. You are not getting in, sorry. No. I'll see you in the, okay, fine. Here, come. All right, so quick room tour. This is room. There is a working AC, which is a blessing because it's like super hot here. And to use the AC, there's a remote control here. So use that, turn it on, put your settings in, and oh yeah, it's working, I think. Yeah, it's working. Just getting started up. What they have here is this fan on the ceiling and it rotates the way it's mounted. So it circulates whatever cold air there is around the room that this thing blows out. Got my own mini fridge, which is nice. Just gonna do a quick check in there. Okay, empty and cold. All right, get my backpack and stuff on there. Some nice art. Yeah, it's actually a very spacious room. Like a lot of walking around space. Got a queen size bed or a double. Also got to be sure to clear the room. Make sure there's no monsters. We're good. Alright, we got some shelves and racks to put your clothes on. Here is the washroom. So the washroom, it's nice, it's tidy, it's got a standing shower, right, and a window that leads to outside. It is frosted, so there's some privacy. So far, hostel's great. Not, picking a lot of things, but one thing stuck out to me. This is toilet paper. Toilet paper's brown. Usually toilet paper's white, because then, it's easier to tell when enough's enough. So, like, when do you really know? Alright, also, something else happened in relation to toilet paper. I went to pull it, accidentally I'm pushing it, and now I can't get it, and it's locked. So, now I'm shit out of luck. It's the end of the roll. It's a shitty situation. And, yeah, got a desk, little locker for storage. Alright, not gonna put you in there. And some other combo lock things to keep me safe. And that's pretty much it. Yeah. Some lights, some bedside tables. It's pretty spacious, seems comfy, and it's got an AC. Okay, just kick the cat out. Very friendly, like, turn all this off before I leave. There. My buddy's in one of these rooms. We're kind of just getting settled in right now. And then, yeah, gonna take a gander what's on the rooftop. Got 10% battery remaining on my gimbal here. But yeah, some communal shower areas too, it seems. A little darker here. Oh, toilets, yeah, toilets and showers. There's a light here. That'd probably help if I turn that on. All right. I like the way they set this up. Now moving along. Gonna go up these stairs. check out the rooftop. So there's an additional level of rooms, private rooms it seems. It just goes down. The layout's pretty much the same, and I think this goes to the roof. Wow. It's a lot. So I guess there's a whole bar here for when the party starts. Bar kitchen area. Party that allegedly goes till 3 a.m. You got some washrooms, male and female. Voila. Looks like there's a whole other section there too. A lot of seating. There's no shortage of seating here, that's for sure. It's another bar down here. I can see why the party would go this late here. Okay, so what do we got? We have more washrooms, a lot more seating, beautiful clear skies. Like the weather is ideal right now for being outside. And we have a bit of shade here, covered by the building so the sun's not directly hitting us. Another bar. So you know it's gonna be a good time. And then, I'm not sure what those are over there, if those are also rooms, like private rooms. I'm gonna quickly walk by there. And then this is what the top of all that greenery leads to. Starting to get some sun here. That building was providing shade. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's nice. A lot of flowers. A lot of flowers. These are, yeah, looks like other private little room lounge areas. This is the rooftop. My final thoughts on this hostel is I did wish I spent more time here. Santa Marta seemed like it had a lot to offer. From Santa Marta, you can explore Tayrona National Park. You can go to Minca, which is what a lot of people we met did. Unfortunately, I didn't give enough cushion in the itinerary to allow that, but it is something I want to do in the future. And it's also in a very good location. So this hostel is very central to some of the shops and stuff that you need. And also, if you want to walk to the waterfront, explore the beaches, that sort of thing, it's just minutes away. If you're looking for a good party vibe, you have that option too. Again, you're at the Brisa Loca. There really is like about 500 people on the rooftop Friday, Saturday night. And while my room had air conditioning, it's a private room, I don't know for sure or not if the shared accommodations have AC. For sure they have fans, which I saw going when I walked through the rooms, but I don't know about the AC situation in the shared accommodations. Just keep that in mind. In terms of how much time you should spend here, I would say 3 days, 3 to 4 days in Santa Marta is good. Whether you want to do 2 days at the Brisa Loca, 2 days at the Masaya next door for a bit of a quieter vibe. And you could still wander over to the Brisa Loca if you wanted to. Or if you want to just make it easier on yourself in terms of check in, check out, you could just stay at the Brisa Loca. Again, the beds themselves are quite comfy. Private rooms have showers and they're quite spacious too. All right, everybody, that's it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you found this helpful and you're interested in seeing some of my other content, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notifications on to get notified when I do post more videos, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.